Alright, this is episode number 20, the big 2-0 of Christian Michael's figure review. I can honestly say that I'm surprised I'm still doing these because I didn't think my attention would hold to do these videos for that long. But hey, we're still here, 20 down, at least 20 more to go. Gonna keep going until I don't have any more figures to open, and I still have 3 big shipments coming from Ringside Collectibles, and probably, like I said, about 20 figures in my figure hiding spot that have yet to be unboxed. So we're just going to keep chugging these bad boys out. For episode 20, we're doing Elite Series 20. Y2J Chris Jericho. There, let you focus in on Y2J there. Comes with glow-in-the-dark coat. There you see episode 20 on the top. It says Chris Jericho. There's a picture of Jericho there. Side of the box. Back of the box. Other guys in the set. Christian, which we already viewed. Santino. Cody Rhodes, which I have 2 reviews still. That's CM Punk we also still have to do. And John Cena, which we'll never do. And here, you want to read Jericho's bio, you can go ahead and pause it right there. Alright. Taking a look at Chris in the box. Pretty standard Chris Jericho pose. There you can see him with that shaking grin on his face. So, let's take him out of the box and see what we got. Alright. Once you get that initial piece of tape off, these Elites are so easy to open up. And there, first thing I notice is how loose his waist is. Look at that. Very loose waist. I've seen this figure reviewed in other places before, and everybody has the same complaint that it is a son of a beach to get this jacket off of Jericho. I was trying to see if it really glows in the dark, but I guess I really won't know by just cupping my hands over it. But yeah, I've heard that it is a pain in the ass to get this jacket off of Jericho, so I don't know if I'm going to mess with it or not, especially since I have the basic Jericho that I could display without the jacket. It's got some, got some decent detail to it. It's something I could have done without. I personally don't care for this jacket. I never understood why Jericho wears it. I know it shows off his flamboyant personality, but it doesn't do anything for me, especially on this figure. Especially when it covers up the nice detail on his tights there. I don't know if you can see it. It says best in the world. Got some bedazzling there on his butt. Bedazzled butt Jericho. That's what they should have called this figure. Even his head is loose. This is a very loose figure, so I'd be very careful with it if you're going to be using it to do any like animations or stuff like that. There you can see he's got some nice detail on the boots. It says Jericho, red there. The red and silver striping. He's got the bedazzlement on the back. It says Jericho there, and he seems to be pissing out bedazzlement. There you would see Jericho in his signature pose when he comes out for Raw. No, it's not glowing in the dark. I guess you guys won't be here to see it if actually glow in the dark when I close out the lights and go to sleep. Overall, it's a nice looking figure. It is. They got some nice detail on it. As far as Elites go, he is very, very loose. I mean, I've had Elites where I could barely move him, and look at his. He's very loose. Like I'm afraid to continue to move him around because it feels like something might break. That's how loose he is. Like I said, can I get the jacket off? I don't know. I don't want to break him. I like this figure, so I don't want to break him, but I kind of want to get the jacket off because I hate that I have to display him with his arms out because, Arms down, you can fit another figure. Arms up, you know, you can't fit another figure on the shelf next to him. You can get a close-up of that. I'm Chris Jericho. Type. I don't know. He doesn't do that, but that's the look on his face. I like to throw these at the end of the review, but I'm not going to throw him. Not because of any... He's just so loose. He's like the town whore on prom night. That's how loose he is. But anyway, aside from him being loose and the jacket being fucking incredibly hard to get off, it's a nice looking figure. Fits Jericho perfectly with the smirk on his face, the haircut, the way the tights and boots are designed. It's a really great figure, but be careful moving him around because of how loose he is. And again, this fucking jacket. I'm gonna break him, so we'll just put him down here. That'll wrap up episode 20. Episode 21 is coming up next. If you moved past the first grade, you would know that because 21 comes after 20. Let's see. What do you guys want to do for episode 21? I'll leave it up to you. After this airs, we'll go back to the vote. And if I only get one vote this time, we'll never vote again. If I get a decent response, every couple of videos, we'll do some voting. So we'll see how the voting goes for episode 21. I'll give you the heads up on what you can vote for, so you can wait for that. It'll be exclusively on my Facebook page. I will put the link in the description below this video, so you can become my friend on Facebook if you're not already and vote. It's as simple as that. More than one vote, please, this time, at least 3. And don't each of you 3 vote for the same figure, because I'm not going to review 3 figures in once. If there is a tie, I break the tie by the figure I want to open up the most. Alright, sound good? Okay. It is the Legends special for episode 21 that you will get to vote on. Hold on a second. Alright, I am back. Alright, so these are your 3 choices to vote on for episode 21. Series 1 Legends, Stone Cold Steve Austin, just picked this up. So excited to have it. One of the more, I'm going to become grammatically incorrect by saying more, but one of the harder to find Legends, and when you can find them, there's usually an astronomical price tag on them. Picked them up in a good deal. Vargas Toys on Facebook. Look them up. You'll be happy. Alright. Series 2, Legends, Kamala. Alright, he's also you can vote on. And last but not least, Series 4, Legends, George the Animal Steel and his pet monkey. I honestly don't remember the pet monkey because when I really started remember wrestling was around WrestleMania 5, and he was really phased out by then. And tapes of him that I've seen, I've never seen him with the monkey. WrestleMania 2 and 3, around that time. So, whatever. Anyway, in case you forgot, we actually reviewed this figure, Elite 20, Chris Jericho. And that's going to wrap up episode 20. Please rate, comment, share, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Follow me on Twitter at Christian_973. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.